Hello everybody, I am Chantel and I am so excited to share with you this very special video. When Chris and I started playing disc golf 4 years ago, we never expected to have all these crazy opportunities come to us. We've been able to travel through Canada and all over the states to play some of the most prestigious events and meet a lot of amazing people along the way. But this may be one of the coolest opportunities that we have ever had. A few weeks ago, Jeff and Kara from Chainlink Disc Golf reached out to us and asked if we wanted to come check out a super secret project that they are working on. Jeff McKeegan and Kara Hovius run Chainlink Disc Golf, which is a company that builds courses, runs events, and supports various community disc golf initiatives. As you've probably heard me talk about the small but growing Canadian disc golf scene, they are the main people who are pushing it forward. They currently have put in 16 new courses. That probably doesn't sound like a lot to you, but in Canada, we do not have that many courses, and that's just like elevating the game for us. Jeff has also done work with the Paul Macbeth Foundation, and Kara runs some of the best Canadian events. Overall, they're just really awesome people. So when they reached out to us to come check out one of their super secret projects, of course we had to go. Before heading to Rochester for the Flying Disc Open, we made our way to Albion Hills Conservation Area. Albion Hills is located in Caledon, Ontario, a 45-minute drive from downtown Toronto. Unfortunately, we arrived a little bit late, so Jeff and Kara took us for a speed run of the course, and oh my goodness, was it beautiful. After the hike of the course, we were pretty tired and needed to rest up for the next day. Albion Hills has a campground, and Jeff and Kara hooked us up with a really cool bunkie for the night. You guys gotta see it, it's adorable. Look at how awesome this bunkie is. It is so adorable.
Dude, this is so cool. They got an air conditioner.
And it's a heater. 2 in 1.
That's fancy.
They have 2 beds in here. So they have this little twin one, and then you go up the stairs and you have a little bedroom up there, and it has a queen size bed.
And it has electricity, obviously, as you can tell by the lights.
Look it. It's so perfect.
I love it.
When you walk into the bunkie, first of all, it smells amazing. Whatever wood they used, delicious. This bunkie has everything you need. It has electricity, heating, cooling, a fire pit, running water. The only thing it doesn't have is a bathroom, which is a couple campsites away, or you have a full bathroom down the road. The TRCA has a program on site called Girls Can Too, where girls ages 14 to 18 come to learn how to use tools and build things, including this amazing bunkie. They even built all the T-pad frames that you're going to see later. Another thing that is really cool is they're already working on building a couple more. So if there's ever tournaments here, we're gonna have options of staying in a tent or staying in a beautiful bunkie. I picked the bunkie. No tents for me. So the next morning, Chris and I woke up early and headed out to the course. So we don't have our full bags today. We're just gonna be throwing a couple shots on some of the holes that we think are extra pretty. And we are standing here on hole 1. And as you, we have 2 fairways, and they're working on the tee pads actually today. Perfect spot.
Perfect spot. I've never really appreciated how much work goes into putting in a disc golf course. You just kind of show up and it's there and you're just like, wow, this is the line. Watching it be built and watching the thought process of, oh, do we remove this tree? Do we keep this bush? Like, every little detail matters.
Way more than you would think, and way more work than you would think. That's perfect. Oh, you hit another tree.
Hit something. Ooh, nice.
So you can see this fairway. It did not look like this before. It looked more like that. It's just incredible how much work they are putting into this. Every single hole. Like, they have to design every single hole. Not one hole was made for disc golf, so it's just amazing.
Ooh, I got a putt.
You hit the blocker tree. Nice. Wow. Don't need to warm up your putt, but you definitely needed to warm up your throws.
Hey, none of that.
And I parked it with my perfect approach.
I'm so excited to show you the rest of the course.
So we are standing where hole 2's tee pad will be. They have these huge, massive tee pads going to be turf. I love turf, so I think it's a great idea. They also are planning to have a couple different positions for tee pads and for the pins. So there's gonna be lots of fun stuff happening here. So you can see the flag there. This is going to be hole 2's green. Oh, it's so beautiful. I can't wait till it's finished.
Yeah, me too. That's all I'm thinking about.
Standing on hole 3, this might just be my favorite hole in all of Canada. Look at how amazing.
Dang, dude.
This is what dreams are made of. These tall pine trees lining the fairway, downhill. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. You ready? Watch this. Oh, he almost got.
Kick. That was a good kick because it's off to the left.
Come on. Come on. Ooh.
Oh.
We're in the middle though. That's good. So if you can see the flag, it's pretty tight down here. So you have to hit that line perfectly. And it's tricky because it's downhill. Pitch up.
I think you could save your par from there.
So once again, we are here playing a hole that is a totally different shot than all the other shot shapes. We have a severely uphill hole, hyzer, kind of flip up, trying to get to the basket. It's pretty far in there, so difficult hole, difficult line. I love it.
Nice.
Oh, I think that's great. Yep.
Oh, bad skip. Good putt.
Thank you. Another hole that I absolutely love. You're starting uphill, throwing downhill to an island type green. You can pick either going a backhand or do a turnover or sidearm. And who doesn't love throwing downhill? So we didn't want to film all the holes because we're definitely coming back to do a full discovering disc golf. But here are some of the progress photos of the holes that we did not show you yet. And look at all the hard work they're doing. Just keep in mind that all of this work is done by Jeff and Kara and maybe a few other volunteers. They're working night and day, and I couldn't even wrap my head around how much work they were putting into this when I was just walking down the fairways. So another great thing about this course is that they're working with the conservation area to remove a lot of the invasive species that are here. So that includes buckthorn and dog strangling vine, which honestly sounds terrifying. So good thing those are gone. So this is a great example as to why we are not showing every hole. Hole 17, here it is. They already have the tee pads mapped out. They know exactly what the hole is going to be. But there's a lot of work to be done. The fairways still need to be cleaned up. But honestly, you could already tell. You can just envision what beauty is going to be there.
Okay, and then this is going to 18. This is a cool one.
This is going to be the finishing hole, hole 18. Not sure exactly where they're going to put the tee pad yet. I don't even know if they know where they're putting the tee pad yet because this is their idea. You have this line, you have this line, and you have another line over there. They might play around with the tee pad and see what lines they like the best. They might take a few trees and relocate them. So you can go hyzer or you can do a forehand. You don't always have to do the perfect straight shot. This is another hole that I picture in my head when I think about playing disc golf. The tall pine trees, the beautiful straight shot fairways. Once it's all cleaned up, it's going to be amazing. Another amazing thing about this park is that hole 18 ends at hole 1, so it's a perfect loop. Who doesn't love that? Also, look at this area. This is where hole 18 ends and where hole 1 begins. So it's the perfect area for everyone to park. They have bathrooms, they have a laundromat. There's so much more in this park. Let's go take a look.
Got him.
So aside from having a bunch of campgrounds, they also have a pool that you can come and relax and have a great time splashing about. We're not gonna actually show you because there's like a ton of children in there, but looks like a great pool. This place just keeps getting better.
There's also a snack bar right there.
I'm feeling snacky.
Man, they have so many trails.
Look at them all.
Gnarly berms. Chantel's going on that one.
Oh, am I?
Totally.
How are we going to go on the trails though if we don't have bikes?
Segway?
So we did not do any of the trails, but after we returned the bikes that Albion Hills so kindly let us ride all day, we were able to pull Jeff and Kara away from their busy schedule to give us another personal look at the course.
So why don't we take you guys to hole 3. So this is hole 3 of the Albion Hills disc golf course. It's not one of the longer holes, but I think it's one of the prettiest. So one of the things we were really focused on is we wanted to make sure that the player experience is a really positive one. So to do that, we had to make sure that we got kind of all the sticks and stuff, mainly some of the bigger ones, out of the way. But how do you do that in a fairway? You can't just throw them over here or throw them over there. So we spent, I would say, the better part of maybe a month working on this hole. We had a lot of really helpful volunteers who live locally that supported us. And the result has been a lot of these stick piles. So these stick piles, instead of mulching the sticks, we've made piles all up and down the fairway, and we call them rabitats. So we're creating habitat for small insects, birds, smaller animals, and rabbits are one of those. So you'll see a lot of those on hole 3 at Albion Hills.
Oh.
So let's see how that did. One of the things we did was we tried to widen the fairway as much as we could, specifically on the left side for right-hand backhands and for those kicks. So curious to see where that landed. I'm safe here. Don't know. Pitch in or hit another.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we're gonna put the basket now, obviously. So one of the things we kind of joke around a little bit is we hope when people come here, they will contribute to the rabitat by picking up 1 to maybe 100 sticks that they can then put on the rabitat to build it all out. And we often joke, don't do it for me, don't do it for Kara, but do it for the rabbits. So this tree it's a very old tree, and it's right on the property line where TRCA property ended here, and then this is new land that they've acquired that we're going to be building the course on.
Oh, like it's nothing.
It's huge. Look at this thing.
Dude, that's massive.
Massive. So to put this into perspective, I'm 7'2", and this tree, I mean, it makes me look like I'm like 5'8". You can see from this angle, what we did was to ensure that there was no infringement on the tree whatsoever. We had the basket pushed all the way back to the drip line, and then the route for players to take to the next hole is on the high line here, so they don't come near the tree itself. We won't cordon it off or anything like that, but it'll be more about having conservation facts, just showcasing the importance of this tree and the general biodiversity of the land here. So this is the Toronto and Regional Conservation Authority, and this is our second course this year that we're building with them, but it's actually our 6th course with Toronto and Regional Conservation Authority. Our first was Beaches, then Bell, then Scarlet, then Dentonia, then Bruce's Mill, and now it's Albion. What I say by that is all these conservation authorities in Ontario, they overlap so many different pieces of land. So if anyone knows of any conservation authorities in their region that they would like us to speak to about how maybe disc golf can be a vehicle to help support conservation education, please reach out to us, and we'd love to speak to them with that person who lives locally. I guess we want to thank Chantal. Thank you for coming out, and Chris as well. We know this is pretty far out of the way, and we hope that you had a good time, and we hope to see you again.
Definitely will.
Good.
I'll be back.
Good. And
I need to see this finished.
yeah, so do we. And it's also worth noting, I mean, we certainly don't want it to come across like this is something that we do on our own. There's so many people that are absolutely instrumental in bringing this together. Geo knows where these one of them, all of the people who live locally, and then also too all the conservation authorities who believe in showcasing their land through this really exciting initiative. And then also too for all the people who believe in us and support us on social media and various other ways. It's really appreciated.
So I just need to say that everybody at Albion Hills was extremely friendly and made Chris and I feel so welcomed. We're definitely coming back to do a full Discovering Disc Golf, and I am so excited. Overall, this experience was amazing, and I'm just so happy that Jeff and Kara reached out to us. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye!